How's it going, everyone? It's Nintendo Freak here, and the holidays are slowly approaching, which means a lot of people want to get their holiday shopping in and get presents for their kids, or you guys might just want to request stuff for Christmas or something. So I decided to do this video to show the differences between the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo 3DS. Now, a lot of people know already what the difference is, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are still kind of confused. Like maybe some parents don't know. They might not know what one system does and what another system does. And some parents might think that the 3DS is just like the same exact thing as the DS, except updated. But I'm here to tell you right now, the 3DS is not the same as a Nintendo DS. It is not an updated version. It's a brand new system. That's the first thing I want to say. It's a brand new system, just like the upgrade from like Game Boy Advanced to Nintendo DS, or as far as consoles go, it's like an advanced like PS2 to PS3. It's much more powerful. The graphics are much better. You got games like Zelda Ocarina of Time that can run on it, and those are just the games that you can't play on the DS. So it's also got some other features, but I'll get into that later. I have the DSi right now. This is the DSi. This is the regular Nintendo DS. It's the most recent version of the Nintendo DS, other than the DSi XL, which is just a bigger version of this system. This is a 3DS. So I picked this DS, because it's probably the most similar to the 3DS, and it's probably the one that most parents or most of you are, more confused about, or it's the DS system you would get right now if you could get a DS system. So these are very similar. They both have, cameras. They both have SD card slots. This one's on this side. They both have, pretty much, they look the exact same. The thing about the 3DS is on the front, it's got two cameras. For taking 3D pictures and soon to be 3D video. They both have the same quality camera. The resolution's very low, not much to it, but on the bottom, headphone jack, regular stuff. The DSi does not have a GBA slot. The DS Lite and the original DS do have a Game Boy Advance slot, so you could play your Game Boy Advance games on. And, other than that, they both look extremely similar. The backs, they got game cartridges and the charge port. They're very similar in that way. Now, when you open it up, here's where some differences start to appear more apparently. The DS consoles only have a D-pad, the 4 buttons, and, start and select. But the 3DS has an analog stick, because most games on the 3DS are going to be in 3D. So you're going to need more precise movements with the analog stick. And the main difference between the two systems is that the 3DS has stereoscopic 3D, which is like the 3D in movies, when you go see movies in 3D. It's like that, but you don't need glasses. And you've got a slider right here, so you can pick how strong you want the 3D to be, or if you don't want it very strong, you can have it low. And that's just that's the big selling point, really, that Nintendo is trying to get across with the 3DS. The other thing about the 3DS is, right now it doesn't have a huge library of games, but it can play every single game, with the exception of a few like Guitar Hero, which required a peripheral. It can play every single game that was released on the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo DS cannot play the games that are released on the 3DS, which some people might not understand right now. Some parents may be confused about that. They cannot play the games that are released on the 3DS. Other than that, the 3DS really, it has a few more features, like you can watch Netflix on the 3DS. You cannot do that on the DSi. You can also, there's a video application for the 3DS, and another really good feature of the DSi was the DSi Shop. The 3DS also has its own eShop, which has every single DSiWare game on it, as well as exclusive 3DS content that is not available on the DSi shop. Now I just wanted to compare what the game boxes and stuff look like for the 3DS and DS, so maybe you might be confused about that. This is a standard Nintendo DS case. It's black, you know. It just looks like a regular case, just like this. This is the DS case. This, in comparison, is the Nintendo 3DS case. It is white, and the logo is on the right side instead of the left side, like the Nintendo DS case. So it's a little thinner too, but you should be able to tell the difference between by the different types of cases. One's white, one is more black or gray. And also the game cartridges. Here is a regular Nintendo DS game cartridge. Here is a 3DS game cartridge. As you can see, the 3DS game cartridge has a little tab here, and it's white, so you can tell the difference. If you see this tab, I already have a game in here right now, Aliens Infestation, but anyway, this is a DS game that goes into the DSi. If you see this 3DS game, it does not fit in the DSi because it has this little tab here stopping it from going in. So you cannot play these 3DS games on here. But with the 3DS, I've got a 3DS game, you put this in, it fits, and also you can use the DS games, like I said, on the 3DS. So that's pretty much the differences between the two systems. This is basically newer. There's going to be more games released on this system in the future. Tons of great stuff. The DSi has a huge library of games. The only other thing that people might be concerned about is the price point. They recently lowered the price of the Nintendo 3DS to $170. I think you can pick up a DSi for $130. But you know, with the fact that you can play almost every game that you can play on the DSi on the Nintendo 3DS, I think the best option is to go with the Nintendo 3DS right now. You can also get a Nintendo DSi XL for the same price as a Nintendo 3DS. So there you have it. Those are the differences between the Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo DS. I hope it was informative for you guys. I didn't want to, you know, have some people confused about the two systems. It seems like that may be a reason why some people are still buying the Nintendo DS. But if it wasn't informative, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry you wasted your time watching this video, but hopefully it was. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.